What's up, average dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And yes, I am no longer in the UK at the moment. However, before flying out to Dubai, I did receive and make my unboxing video of the Vivo X200 Ultra 1TB silver phone with the photography kit, including zoom lens, all included in that nice big posh box. And also stay tuned because, I give you some thoughts during the unboxing, but I have some strong opinions about the quality of the case included in the photography kit. Let's go. So, yes, here it is. This arrived a few days ago, but I was busy at the Average Dad UK inaugural meetup. What a weekend, folks. Had an amazing time. Thank you so much for making it super pleasant. Particular shout out to Priya for hosting the poker night, which I did not do too well at. Anyway, the Vivo X200 Ultra, you've seen the full review. You know how much I love it. But this photography bundle has been teasing me for a few weeks now, and I've finally got my hands on one. So let's unbox it and see exactly what it looks and feels like in the hand. Now, as you can see, this ain't no normal unboxing. This thing is huge. And it has been such a long time where I've done an unboxing like this on a smartphone. You know, nowadays it's usually the phone, a SIM ejection tool and a charging cable, if you're lucky sometimes. But this just looks super premium. Now, the bundle kit itself is not cheap. However, it is the 1TB version of the X200 Ultra. That's the only variant you can get it in, and it comes with the full camera kit with Zeiss and Vivo proprietary zoom lens. So as you can see, the box itself is unbelievably premium. I'm not entirely sure how I'm opening this. You would think it would be, oh, it's backwards. Of course it is. Oh, this just, yeah. This is a different level. So like you've seen in all the videos, there is the photo frame that comes with. That is so cool. Look at that. It's a proper photo frame. That is so nice. And it just stands up. I know you'll probably not see that anymore, but I'll pop that off to the side. And then, as mentioned already, the 1TB Vivo X200 Ultra in silver. I'll pop this to the side just now. I do want to unbox it because until this point, I have only held and seen the red in real life. And again, you all know how I feel about the red. Absolutely stunning. Now, I can actually pop that there because I've seen from the unboxings that it's a drawer. So you're not going to see this that way. So let me just change the angle. I'll just move that photo frame out the way as well. And here we go. There is the drawer. What I'll do is I'll take out all the items and we can get rid of the big box. So there we have it. I have removed the big box. I think it fitting that we get to the phone first and we'll leave the accessories. Again, we'll keep this frame here so you can see it. Very nice of Vivo to include a photo. I'm sure they've went out and taken themselves. Oh, I had a pull tab. I just love using my generic everything knife. So no surprises here. Inside the box, you're going to get absolutely everything you need. But I am intrigued to see what the silver colour is actually like in person. Come on. We will pop the phone to the side for now. As you can see, a colour matched case, silvery, off-white, grey silicone. Nice cases that Vivo include. USB A to C charger, SIM ejection tool underneath, and the 100-watt charger. Again, you're going to need an adapter if you're in the EU or UK, because this phone is China only, but I am sure you knew that already. Now, to the phone. Yes, of course, a nice hefty beast with an absolutely massive mountainous camera bump, just the way I like it. Now, it's Vivo, so let's just... Oh, yeah, that was smooth. Okay, so far, feels like the X200 Ultra Red. Boom! Ah, okay. So the lines are, as I now know, completely smooth. There is no texture to this whatsoever. I would have kind of liked a little texture, almost like a premium aluminium carry-on case look. But you can see it's very subtle. Even in like real life, the lines and design is very subtle. But I think this phone also looks stunning. Now you can make the decision between yourself which one you prefer, the red or the silver. One thing I will say is, with the silver accent backed onto the silver phone, I know it's not, but the silver one looks like a smaller camera bump. Maybe I'm just being mad here, but do you not think the silver rim as opposed to the black rim on this makes the silver one look smaller? Yeah, both look incredibly stunning. So obviously I will get my X200 Ultra 1TB all set up and Googleified by simply turning on Google in the settings. But you all know how to do that. I'll pop that off to the side just now, because it's time to see the camera kit. I should have left that out the box because I'm going to need that soon, but hey ho. So, 3 separate boxes for the camera kit itself. In here is, as you can see, the grip and the case. I've heard and seen a couple of cases breaking because I have been told it's pretty plasticky. It's not premium feeling. Now if they'd given me somewhere, there we go. And I can 100% confirm, disappointingly, this does not feel premium at all. Okay, I am so fucking confused. I assume this is a kickstand. What is it with me and kickstands and not being able to figure them out? What is that? Anyway, that's the case. Inside the box underneath you have the grip, which... whoa, okay, right. So this is really odd. This is completely stark contrast to the grip case I just opened. This feels premium, hefty, nice texture on there. This does have like a 2,500 milliamp hour battery in here as well, so it does a lot. Oh, that's not a kickstand. Is that just where the grip attached to? What an absolute tube. I think that's just where the grip attaches to. Okay, I need to get this phone out. This is going really swimmingly well. This is why I'm average dad, not above average dad. Unboxings, when they're like this, maybe it's just too much for me. Maybe it's easier when it's just a phone and a cable. Right, here's the phone. Let's slap the case on. Let's slap the case on. There we go. And then the grip. Right, I'm going to need some help here. What the hell is going on? That? Is that like that? Oh, good lord, that was harder than it should have been. Fucking hell. Right, finally got on, and it's automatically started charging up the device even though I hadn't turned it on, because it is a power bank in there. It's got your physical zoom, your 2-stage shutter button, record button, contrast or EV exposure adjustment, and the grip is far deeper than the Xiaomi 15 Ultra or 14 Ultra grip case, so it feels way more reassuring in the hand. Now again, the grip itself feels super sturdy and premium. The case does not. What do we want to see next? That's the case. Let's show you this. So in here is your dog lead. I am not sure who is going to use this, but you get an extremely long lanyard for this, like wildly long. Come on, out you come. Jesus. There you go. Here is your lanyard. I can promise you I will never clip this on to my device. I do not need that in my life. So this apparently with great difficulty clips on to your camera case. But again, I'll not be doing it. Yeah, it's a lanyard thing. With adjustment. So you can make it longer if you want. You know, if that's not long enough for you, you can make it longer. Interesting choice from Vivo with that. Oh, is this the mini lanyard? I bet it is. Yeah, this is your normal size wrist strap. So this is your wrist strap and this is your neck strap. Again, no reason to have that. I have strong enough hands that I don't need a wrist strap. And then in here, I assume, is your universal 67mm ring, I believe it is. Come on. Yes, there are a couple in there. So this is your ring adapter. So these rings help or enable you to attach your ND filters on. I'm going to assume that this ring just goes on instead of the case. Oh no, that comes off, does it? Oh good lord, this is way more complicated than it needs to be. So folks, I'm going to, oh there we go. There we go. I've taken that off, which means I should now be able to attach that. Maybe the other way. There we go. Oh my word, this is tough work. So this allows you to put your ND filters in or other things. It's really only ND filters these attachments are for. Now, let's move on to the main event. This is your, I want to say 8.7 times optical zoom lens. Unlike the case and the other bits and bobs, this has been designed by Vivo. So I am led to believe, look at the state of this place now. I am led to believe this is a fully premium design with premium build quality. Yeah, so this is metal. This is your camera adapter connector for the zoom lens. And then does this go on here? Oh yeah, that seemed to click. So that was, see what happens when they're designed by Vivo? That was super easy. There's a little button, a release button, and that's how you take it off. So again, just slot on, and then you hear the click. So you know that's on solidly. That was easy. Why couldn't Vivo just create the case and the grip and these things? Why do it have to be someone else? Right, let's see what else is in the box. Your instruction manual. This is the, again, super premium metal mount. This allows you to prop your phone up on like a wall or a stand so you can rest it. So if you imagine, well, you don't have to imagine, I'll show you soon, but this attaches on with the camera zoom lens so you can rest your phone like so. Although the grip kind of does that for you as well. Anyway, moving on. The zoom lens. Fully metal body. Plastic cap. I am excited to add this on. So, first attempt. Will it work? So there we have it, that was your unboxing. Now if you haven't already, please smash subscribe, because tomorrow I will do a comparison of photos with the zoom lens and photos without the zoom lens. And you can then decide if you think the premium zoom lens is worth the extra cost. But as mentioned, I do just want to quickly cover that case. The grip aside, the grip's fine. The grip feels quality. The grip works as it's meant to. 2-stage shutter button helps with autofocus. Dedicated record button. Dedicated exposure ring. And the zoom. That's all great. The case itself though, I have seen numerous examples now where people have broken their cases. And I can completely understand why. Because while the case fits super snug on the phone itself, when you have to remove that case, that's where issues come in. And because of the design of this case with the 2 slits on the corners to help remove the case, all it does is make the structure more fragile. And that's why cases are breaking. So when third-party manufacturers, which I am hopeful they will, come out with their own versions of the cases to attach the grip on, or maybe even their own grip, who knows, maybe look into that. I don't know why they can't just have a nice silicone case with some metal features to attach the grip to. That makes the most sense to me. Anyone that uses a case, and I'm not one of those people, but if you do use a case, silicone just seems far easier and gentle on your device. These hard plastic cases are just no good. And I really don't like the fact that you have to push hard against the camera's main lens, that big massive lens. You're having to push against it to pull the case off. Not ideal. And then just to finish off on the kit itself, there are 2 versions of the kit you can buy. You can buy one version without the zoom lens and one version without the zoom lens. But because of the durability questions I personally have of just the case on its own and the plastic ringlets and adapter ring that it comes with, I'm not stocking it at the Average Dad Tech Store because I can see my future being filled with my inbox of, my case broke, what can I do? Sadly, there's no warranty on an accessory, but I'm not putting myself through that. What I will do and what I have done is stock the kit with zoom lens, because that zoom lens, in my opinion, is worth it as something new we've not seen for a smartphone anytime recently. In fact, let me know in the comments, who else has brought out, released to retail, a dedicated zoom lens attachment? Let me know in the comments. So as you know, I am stocking those, but if you want the big Buna 1TB phone with the photography kit included, so £1,349 on the Average Dad Tech Store, which is just the same price as the terabyte version with the photography kit including zoom lens. So no markup on that nice big bundle with the free photo frame. I'll be back tomorrow with some comparison shots with and without using the zoom lens. Until then,